Well, if Disneyland's too expensive, you can do what ATVN's own Rachel Scott did and visit the White House. She went there for an Instameet with other notable Instagrammers. During her visit, Scott spoke with Pete Souza, the official photographer for the White House. After meeting with him, she and the rest of the group took a tour through the entire building. They were free to take a few pictures on their tour, which is what you're seeing right here. And now Rachel Scott joins us live here in the studio. Rachel, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So how did you get this gig? That's what we're all wondering.
Yeah, I interned at the White House back in 2012, and so I'm a person that's always looking for cool opportunities. Ended up seeing this posted online, found out that I could apply, went ahead and submitted an application thinking there's no way I get selected, and a few weeks ago they told me that I was one of the lucky ones that was chosen.
So how did it feel to be one of the lucky ones that was chosen when you first got that notification?
Oh, I was super excited. Immediately went to social media to tweet and Instagram about it and found out that I'd be there along with about 20 or so other Instagrammers.
So you met these other Instagrammers, these other famous Instagrammers. What were they like?
Yeah, you could see some of them here. A lot of them were famous Instagrammers, famous on social media, famous on Twitter or Tumblr. And so they had a lot more followers than I did, but it was really cool to be among them.
So when you were in the White House, were you allowed to walk around on your own?
Yeah, we were definitely allowed to walk around. This is a picture that I took from the tour in the green room, actually. So we kind of just had open range. We were able to take cool photos. I took this one right in front of the red carpet where President Obama announced that Osama bin Laden was killed. And so there's just tons of history. Again, the presidential library, which was super awesome, being able to browse that and choose my favorite books. And so it was just an extraordinary opportunity.
So what was your favorite picture that you took?
I think this one right here has to be my favorite. This is in front of the George Washington portrait. And funny story, in 1841, First Lady Dolly Madison actually took this photo out of the White House when the White House caught on fire. So she didn't grab anything else. She took this photo and just ran and booked it. And it's one of the only things that's left from that period in the White House. So it was super awesome to be able to see that up close and personal and take a few pictures.
So that's a very historic piece. The red carpet where Osama bin Laden was announced that he was killed. Very historic site. What did it feel like to be wandering these halls?
I think you just really have to take it all in. I mean, it's such an extraordinary opportunity to be there and be in the middle of history. And it's so great that the United States and the White House, they preserve this. And just looking at the small details, from the flowers to the chandeliers, to the paint, to the wallpaper, it was just extraordinary. On most tours, people don't get a chance to actually see those little small, minute details. So to be able to be in there, and we were the only ones in there in the White House at that time, it was just incredible being able to just get up close and personal without any ropes. Of course, Secret Service was standing nearby to make sure we didn't break anything, but it was definitely really cool.
So what surprised you the most about your trip to the White House?
I think a few things. One is all the flowers in the White House are fresh. They actually have a florist downstairs that replenishes the flowers when they die or when they get old, which was really cool. And also, no flash photography. There is a really funny photo that I got yelled at, actually, because somebody was taking a picture of me and they used a flash, and the Secret Service came out of nowhere and was like,
you can't do
no flash photography. And I was like standing there like, oh my gosh, oh no, please don't kick me out. But
and they didn't, and you got some great photos, which you can see on Annenberg Media's Facebook page. And Rachel Scott, you can also follow you on Instagram, I'm sure.
Yep.